Alright, making stuff brown. Can I had over there ran out, so ran to the Wisconsin-based big box store. Got a couple more cans of Rust-Oleum gloss leather brown. I got a good coat on the heads, just like before. Got over there to the box and realized, oh, I should be filming this. Anyway, I got to thinking about putting this thing here back on. While I was there, I bought some new lock washers and bolts to bolt that cover on, and then I realized, wait a minute, I don't have the big bolt that goes into the end of that to hold the pulley on. And without that, and also realized that, hey, I need to put the pulley on, at least temporarily, when I put the front seal on, to center the seal on the shaft of the pulley wherever I've tucked it. Where did it go? Yeah. So that seal rides on this surface here, so I got to put this on the shaft. Don't necessarily have to put the bolt in. Anyway, I got to thinking, you know what? I'll bet the bolt for that, or the bolts for the cover, are probably wherever the bolt for that was at. Anyway, found another bread pan full of bolts and stuff. It was sitting up there on the gas tank. And it looks like there's some more. Oh, I think that's carburetor parts. Anywho, in the process of that, there is the bolt to hold the yeah, that one thing, the pulley, and then I also found the little short, like 1/2 or 3/4 inch bolts for the cover, seal cover. So we're gonna let those soak for a little bit, and then we'll probably try to wire wheel them somehow without, you know, launching them across the garage. But anyhow, that's primer. That is not the one I want. This one. Just making it brown. And the whole thing will, after I get the tractor all back together, the whole, or the engine, the whole thing will probably get another overall coat of this stuff. Just to make sure I get it all covered and all that good stuff. Come on, get in there. You're back on the tripod. We're zoomed out. Anyway, I'm gonna have to wrap up soon, I think. Kind of a local guy, musician, one-man band deal. With modern electronics, it's amazing how they can sample themselves and play back while they're singing with themselves that they just played a minute ago. Anyway, we got a local guy that does Jimmy Buffett type, you know, beach, you know, sand and fun and beer and stuff kind of. Anyway, local guy, we try to support him. He's playing tonight. Big group of us, I think, are going to go. I think the plan is, wife and I are going to pick up at least one other couple with our fancy new golf cart, butt buggy, show machine. I don't know if I've put that on the channel or not. I don't think I have. Anyway, alright, we're going to call that brown. But anyway, I think tonight's transportation will be courtesy of, let's go out here, dun, 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 that guy. Gas powered E-Z-GO, 6-seater. We can all go to the show. So anyway, back on the Jetstar 3. Gonna be nice to Mama. Maybe she'd let me leave her side of the garage a mess tonight. Her Jeep can sit out. But I did do some research, and the Molly coat that I was going to use on the O-rings is also recommended for rubber oil seals. So probably what I'm going to do is lube that up. I'll find the gasket for that thing. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is. We'll put a little a real thin layer of Ultra Gray on both sides of that. Get a bolt started or 2 bolts started, slide the pulley on, tighten the bolts down as best I can, finger tight, whatever, and then yeah, just enough to tighten things up, and then let her set and probably pull the pulley off tomorrow and go from there. Anyway, I'll be back. All right, back out here. Just R3. Got the what I got on there. Got the bolts primered for the front cover. I got a thin layer of Ultra Gray on that gasket. Get this started on there. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's good. Just goober stuff everywhere. There. Are you gonna stay there? No, you're not gonna bounce on my knee at all, are you? I definitely can't do this one-handed. That ain't like that. I don't get in the hole. Alright, there's one. There's another one. Once I get this put together, I will try and point the camera what I'm doing. Come on. Yeah. Can you see anything over there? Yeah, sideways. That's awesome. Oh, come on. Why won't you? No, not really. Oh, alright, so there's that. Alright, so I got the front cover on, get the bolt started. Yeah, let's take this over here. Pulley on there. I don't want to slide. Well, maybe I'll find some of that 1500 grit or something, clean that up, see if it'll slide a little better. There. That. A little bit of loose juice. All right, come on, you. Well, I got that far, I can't get it on or off. That's awesome. Because I think I want to clean up that seal surface a little bit. I do want to get some. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, now we're recording. This will work better this time. So I got the front cover on. Bolts are on, snugged up. Snugged those up after I got the pulley in and rotated the engine some. Make sure that the seal was centered on the shaft of the pulley. Tightened the bolts up. Went to put the big bolt into the end of the crankshaft. This bad boy here. And I went, oh, wait a minute. That flat or that lock washer is just going to sink right down in there. It's not going to tighten anything up. Why do we have a big shiny circle? Went to the book for the 302 Super, and it became obvious why we had a shiny circle there. There's supposed to be a big flat washer in there. So I dug around in my bread pan of sadness, dirty rusty bolts, and I found this guy. And this is the flat washer that I took off that is bent. So I'm gonna go to the supply tractor place and see if they have like a grade 8 flat washer that size. Something a little tougher that doesn't squish when I torque it down, and then we'll get that torque down. It does spin pretty easy so far, but I did get some flash rust on some of the rod journals, so I got to clean that up, and we'll do that after we'll do that, and then I will finish cleaning all of the oil and stuff out of the bottom of the oil pan, and then we'll be able to put the I set it down over here. Where did I do it? Yeah, the oil pump pickup. We'll get that cleaned up, get that back on there. Get this surface here cleaned up, and we may try to set the blocks on there today yet. Yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. But step one, I gotta go get a washer, so I'll be back.